space.
As I say again, it sounds like a whole lot of contradicting.
Why
it
did
doesn't
you
make any
stay
sense.
How
You
am
can't
I
be
supposed to know? Jeff Whittick, I'm sorry. Jeff Whittick is nobody, right? I
Like
doubt 80%
what?
of those
I'm
people
just so
knew who Jeff
confused.
Whittick and his little... Jeff Whittick
Everything is
is
so
a
confusing.
retired...
Like,
I think
Yeah,
a
I'm
lot
so
of people in
confused
this
because
situation
I
in
do
general, I
recall
think
you
people
saying,
knew
sis, that
David
this
Dobrik's
girl was
circle.
weird. So I just don't understand
David,
that a weird girl in your house. Like, I don't get it.
she
y'all
never came
never.
to my
But the
house.
thing
She
is,
never came to my
y'all
house.
never
Sorry,
had
right.
weird
I don't
friends.
understand how you
Like, what the hell?
see with
Like,
when
She
you
never
guys are
came to
not
my house.
living. You
She
guys are
came to
not
my
living in
hotel
real
room.
life. Like, this is like you guys have had weird people in your life that you cut off
no,
eventually.
sis, I don't send
So,
strangers money. Are you crazy?
bruh, if you
Okay.
have,
What are you
she
guys
wasn't a
doing?
stranger.
No,
She
no,
met
no.
It's
her.
one
She
thing
met
to
her
never
already.
experience it. Listen.
real
She
quick.
obviously said she's met her. It doesn't matter. These influencers, y'all don't understand how easy it is to get in contact with them. Like, if you're a cute girl, if you're doing anything, it's so easy to get into their parties. It's so easy to get their numbers. Like, are
Okay,
you
but
guys
they didn't
okay?
say that. They kept reminding everyone in the room that they don't know her. They weren't saying any of that. They were talking down
They've
on
said
her.
that they've seen her. They've met her.
They
They know
all said,
her.
I
They
don't know her personally. They all said
they
that. Oh
don't
yeah, I
know her
don't think.
personally, but they all saying
Okay.
that they've met her and that they have her number and all this. So it's like they're saying
Rude and cut you off, AK. We'll get back to your point. Ion has had their hand up for like the past 5 minutes that folks have been going back and forth. I'm just trying to make sure that like anyone who wants to speak gets heard. So after Ion, we'll go to AK and then Munatha, then whoever else wants to go up from there. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted a specific question for Idman. So you said you met Sophia at SF State at like some kind of mixer or something, like sponsored by the school. I just wanted to know, like specifically, if you don't mind going into specifics of it, like which mixer, and because like I go to the school, and or if it was SF State, yeah, I just go to the school, and I just wanted to know like how you guys met up, because I know like stuff
Yes.
like that happens.
Yeah, so how we met was very normal, right? She went to one of those colleges in Toronto. We all came from Ohio, one of the colleges here, and every single college went there. It was a whatever thing. Everybody linked up, right? It was just like a meeting, like a conference. And when we first met her, she was very kind. Was she someone that we necessarily knew? No, but she's someone around our age group. She's Somali, like whatever. We don't need to see her 10 friends to know she's normal. If she's kind and normal, like if she's just regular, whatever. So she was nice. She knew some of us from social media. She had maybe one mutual with us, and that's enough for her to come kick it, right? Like we came to her city. We're the outsiders in her city. So she took it upon herself to kind of show us around, whatever, show us like just be nice, and that's all it was.
wait, what do you mean show you around? What do you mean?
Like
Why is she
show us
showing you?
around.
Why? What is she showing you around? Like, where is she showing
Like
you?
all
Like,
of us, like me and all of our friends, like it's her city, it's Toronto. She did something with the school, I believe. Like I don't remember the exact story, but again, Somali people are very friendly, like multiple people were taking each other out to like eat shit like that. So she like showed us this like Somali restaurant, whatever, out there. We all ate, whatever. Like it wasn't anything like she necessarily picked up the tab and covered everyone's bill. No, like we were college students. Like there was nothing glitz and glamorous. So our first encounter was very normal, natural, just a college kind of setting, right? I didn't experience nightlife with her, didn't go out with her, none of that. Met her, I think 2 to 3 times, like that whole entire trip. We were there
wait,
for like 4
does she
days.
have your number by now?
Yeah, she's had my number for this whole entire time. By day 2 of meeting her, she had all of our numbers.
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
you guys are asking
And
me,
when was this?
This was back in 2019.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was 2019.
That makes
so
sense.
you guys are asking like why she had my number, if I did or not. No, like
there's a few things in your story that are contradicting. One
Can
thing
you
you
let her
said
speak?
is
Can
that
you let her speak?
Yo,
Let her speak.
she hasn't even finished her timeline yet.
Like you just come
man.
We can mute
talking,
everybody.
just be quiet.
So I think just for the development and for the progress of this conversation, since we're actually being able to get the full actual timeline of like how the fuck shit seems to be lining up, I think we should just let Idman speak out to the rest of the timeline, and if she still wants to be involved with the conversation, she can be. If she wants to step down, she can as well. I thank you for just putting the energy that you've had put in it to this so far. And after she is done elaborating on the timeline of her knowing Sophia, it could go to Khaleesi and whoever else next.
Okay. So you guys know that's our first encounter. The girl, she wasn't necessarily too weird. Did my friend say like when she really likes you? Yeah. Was that a common thing back then? Yeah. Okay. All of the girls, they were hijabis, a little more quiet, reserved, things like that. I had big blonde hair and I was very loud, right? It was very easy. It's not the first time that a Somali girl was intrigued, wanted to be friends, whatever. It's okay. Um, Fast forward, after that, she maybe sent me a few DMs, things like that. Okay, nothing out of the blue. She sent me the photos that we took, whatever. A year and a half go by. October of 2020, I get my first call. Hey, I saw your photos on Instagram. I'm moving out to LA, right? I'm moving out to LA and I got this PR gig and I'm working for Jeff Wittick. Mind you, this is when I believed it. Who am I to question? Okay, I don't. The fact that I find out now that she's never worked for Jeff Wittick and she met him one time and she was already obsessing over him, is that scary? Yes. Was I just a normal girl that picked up the call with no idea that she has bad motive? No. So she tells me she's moving out to LA. She's moving with this girl from Toronto, this like white girl. And later on, also knowing she moved that girl out, and that girl was homeless with her. She stole all of her money, like booked hotels, whatever. So she sells me all this stuff. Again, like I'm not necessarily impressed by it. You know, she's showing me the tour. She says the company's gonna pay half her apartment. The apartment's $6,000 a month, leaves her 3,000. Her and her girl are gonna do 1,500 each. I'm like, oh, that's a really good deal for this beautiful apartment. Kudos to you. That's nice. I'm also under the impression that this girl kind of got the okay from her mother. She's not necessarily running from home. Like I just assume things are going the normal way, like every normal girl, you know. So fast forward, um, I made the mistake, and this little Jack Harlow thing all started. Like, I don't know, I said something about Jack Harlow coming from Columbus. I told her an old ass story from 2018, and again, because she was crazy, and excuse me for saying crazy, sorry, but you give someone 30% that's not in the right headspace or in that kind of headspace, they'll add on the 70%. They can work with it if you give them a little to something they can lie off of. And I gave her that little bit, and I planted that first seed of Jack Harlow. She heard it from me, right? Jack Harlow, his friends, just knowing that they were in our area of Columbus, Kentucky, like this area over here. And before they were blown up, they were nobodies. Like we kind of knew them. So she took that information, ran with it. And I didn't even remember that I said this until like a month into it. She's telling me, Jack Harlow, it starts to craze. And I'm like, this is weird. But again, right, it's not so weird that I can log her off as a weirdo just because she has a celebrity crush that many people have right now, right? So the first incident happens. She's still quiet. She's still quiet. And she notices, I guess, that she can't quite get my attention unless she tells me a crazy story. Maybe this is how she felt because it felt like anytime she was talking to me and I withdrew, something would happen. So it was quiet. I didn't quite keep up with like her first like beginning of her move to LA, none of that stuff. The first call I got that I can remember was the Triller fight, the TikTok fight. Like I got calls beforehand, but they weren't frequent. Like I wasn't hearing about her days. I didn't know what she did with her life. I got a call about the Triller fight, and she said she met Jack Harlow, and she said, I know Idman. And she's told his friend, I know Idman. And she was like, they were like, oh, this is a story. It's a fake story. They don't know her. She goes, they go, we love Somali people. Oh, da da da. They never had a conversation at that Triller fight, and footage came out of her being a girl that was removed 4 times from that event for saying she worked PR. 4 times she was removed. And many celebrities have posted, there's videos, podcasts, like she was removed. There's footage of her being removed. Like it's a real thing. It's not something that's alleged. The girl told me and everyone that she was working the event. The people there said there was a crazy girl following around celebrities that was removed. Okay, that's that story. So the Triller event wasn't real. But she came back to me and it started the Jack Harlow craze. So she said she met him, and I was like, oh, okay, who am I to question what Jack Harlow's into? Again, like I would never say like she looks a certain way, whatever, whatever. Okay, cool. You say you're with Jack Harlow, you're with Jack Harlow. I don't care enough to investigate. So she says she's going to Miami and Jack Harlow flying her. The Jack Harlow she met at the TikTok Triller fight. I'm like, okay, that's a little fast. That's a little weird. But again, I'm not like, what can I say? So she's doing all that. And then she's starting to talk about Jack Harlow like he's her boyfriend. She's telling me about this trip that she took to Miami. And this trip to Miami is the first time she ever came across Jeff Wittick and Maggie, the white girl. She met them in the Fontainebleau lobby. And Maggie befriended Sophia because she thought that she was friends with Jeff, whatever. Like they just thought that everybody was closer than they were, right? Maggie, yes, Maggie made the mistake of Sophia saying that she needed a place to stay that night after they ate dinner together, right? Obviously, Maggie thought she's friends with Jeff. Maybe that just means one night. Okay, you can come over. We just ate across the table together. Was she dumb for opening up her home to a stranger? Yes. Did she think that it was a stranger? Not really. She thought she was a little more trustable, whatever. That one night turned into Sophia overstaying her welcome by like 5 days, I believe. And she was, again, after that, stuck in the airport for about 36 hours when she had no flight. I'm getting these calls like, can you book me a flight? Can you book me a flight? I don't I didn't quite understand why someone was there for 36 hours because she's lying to me. The 36 hours she's at the airport, she never once said, "Hey, Idman, I have no money." And the thing is, not once did she admit to having the no money. She was constantly lying, not like she had it, forget had it, that Jack Harlow is paying for it. So with confidence, if she said to me, "Hey, Idman, I'm stuck at the airport. I have no money to book a flight," da 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 da. No, she went to Miami knowing she has no money. She's lying to herself and lying to me and everyone that Jack Harlow is sending her. She's stuck at the airport. She eventually gets her way by. This is where it's allegedly. I don't know what she did, so this is me inserting allegedly. She scammed some credit cards, whatever. She made her way back home, right? I think to myself, that was a weird situation, but again, it's just an unfortunate airport situation. Everybody has those. That was a little extreme, but again, I don't know full details. I don't care. She calls me again. Maggie's a new girl that she kind of became obsessed with, that she's updating with live updates with the jack shit morning to night. I'm getting the calls like a little more spaced out, right? She pulls up to Columbus around that time. I don't remember, but she came for like a day. She had to go see her family out in Tennessee. She stopped by Columbus, made an excuse on why she was here, whatever, whatever. It was obviously to see me, but like, again, it's whatever. She's wants to see me. That's fine. Um, I she comes with like flowers. Like she wants to give my mom flowers because it's her first time meeting her. Again, like, is it a little much? Yes. Is it weird? Not really. It's kind, overly kind, whatever. Like nothing's out of the norm. And she gives her flowers. No, it was actually for her store opening or something like that. It was something nice though. It wasn't weird actually. So I pick her up. We go out to eat. I think I hang out with her only for a few hours. We're running errands that day also for my mom. And she leaves. She goes, she said she got a hotel room that night or something instead of staying with her family. But either way, that's it. We hung out. I don't, whatever. Um, Fast forward, right? And this is why we've only met 3 times. So she leaves Columbus. Again, I'm keeping up with her through like little phone calls, through things like that. She finally says to me, she calls me right before New York Fashion Week in September, blowing me up. My company is, and mind you, this whole entire time she's been offering me flights to fly to Miami, fly to Vegas. And my gut told me like I don't fully trust like she can get into these places. I don't have proof that her PR company, maybe she works, maybe she doesn't, maybe this is off. I don't know. I don't care to find out or travel or leave the comfort of my own home for that. Fast forward before New York Fashion Week, she calls me, "Hey, I want you to stay with me for Fashion Week. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this." And I was like, "No, like I don't want to stay with you. Like I whatever. Like I don't want to do this." Again, like was the offer nice? Yes. Did I not feel the offer 100% in my gut? No. Right. But could I accuse her of anything? No. I had no information. It was just gut feelings. But is that enough of a gut feeling to cut off someone that's very nice? No. I kept my distance. Like it wasn't, I did never consider her one of my best friends. 3 meetings. I don't think anything I did was out of the norm. Um, we get to New York. She gets to New York 2 days before us, and I notice that she's like partying, things like that, like whatever, do your thing. she's not going home. I started to notice patterns of her just partying through the night until the morning. Um, Whatever. Again, I'm not thinking homelessness. I'm thinking like she partied until the morning, like everybody in New York during this time. Fast forward, she's having some issues with hotels, things like that. Like, I'm not going to get into it. It's the same old stories of credit cards, issues, hotels. Again, she said that she got her credit card stolen and her ID stolen prior to Fashion Week. So I already kind of felt in my gut, this is going to be some bullshit. But again, who are you to question that someone got their shit stolen while they were lit somewhere or whatever? Fashion Week rolls by. She stays in New York a few days after us. So you would think if you didn't have any money and you were dealing with all this in New York, you would leave when the whole city is going back to their homes. She chose to stay in New York for 2 to 3 more days because she told us she's filming her Netflix series, her TV show. I'm thinking, okay. And I said to her, I said, are you sure you have money to stay? Did Netflix cover your hotel and did they give you money or anything? She has no money. She said they left me a stipend, they left me cash, and they left me the cash is in the hotel that they booked for me. I hopped on my plane thinking this girl is good. And I want you guys to understand she was constantly I was asking for reassurance like she's good, right? So she says, "Yeah, they gave me money like I'm good for all my cabs." And I was like, "Are you sure? Are you straight?" Yeah. The next day, she goes out to dinner with my makeup artist friend that she scammed, or that same night, and I whatever, they went out to dinner, she got too lit, and then she ended up crashing at that girl's home. And then again, like the girl's too kind to tell me that she crashed at her home. So I'm not connecting these dots. Nobody's updating each other on when this girl's sleeping in each other's homes. It's not very no one thinks to update each other because they think it's a one night thing. And I sat down after the rape, all of this rape stuff's happening. I'm getting nonstop calls. I'm getting all of this. And I was like, this is actually crazy. I would like to sit down and think about everything this girl's told me, then actually process this and sit down with all of the characters in her life that I've never spoken to on that level, right? I've talked to Ricky and Denzel in passing on FaceTime, shit like that. But as far as ever talking to them about Sophia and life in LA, I'm in Ohio. I've never asked. I've only heard her side of the story. When I sat down and I talked to everyone, and their stories are so crazy. She was telling them things like, I'm best friend with Jack Harlow. Like, we talk every day. She's faking phone call conversation with Jeff Wittick. She's faking conversation with Jack. Text threads that she's sending all of us to believe her conversation. She's texting herself. It's it's like we got. Like, that's it. We're all not necessarily overly nice. We were just nice to someone that's overly nice. She's so kind.
I
And if
don't
you
know if
guys
you know
talk to
this,
her,
but there's a theory going around that you guys were actually working together. Is that true?
where's my cut? Where's my lavish lifestyle?
Where did you
Where's
even
my
hear that? Like, it just sounds so juvenile and stupid. I don't get it.
what?
That this
And the
rumor that you
other
guys work together, like, what the hell? Where did that even come
That's
from?
that's very dumb.
It's
And no, I
stupid.
wouldn't work together and then out myself and her. That's dumb. Like, that doesn't make
I
sense.
have a question. When you guys would go out to eat and stuff, how would she pay? Like, did she have a card? Would you guys pay
She
for her?
never had. So like the thing is also, like, I gathered, like, when she never had a card. But the thing is, when she came to my city, I picked up the tab because you're in Columbus, Ohio. Again, like, I can pick up a tab. We're Somali. Like, it shouldn't be a big like thing, right? When again, I only met her 3 times. Well, the first time I met her in Toronto, I don't even remember who picked up the tab. We were college kids. That was one time. 2 times we went out to eat. The second time was in Columbus, Ohio. I can pick up a tab. She's in my city. It's weird if she picks up a tab. She's also from wherever. And New York Fashion Week, we didn't even see each other enough to like sit down and sit across a meal. I don't even think we sat across a meal. Like, I was doing my own thing. See each other in passing. We see each other for like a party or something. She had her own parties. I had my own parties. If she wanted to invite us to a certain thing, we would see her. She stopped by my hotel one of the nights. I like put her hair half up. I gave her some clothes. She would just stop by like the hotels where whatever wherever she was staying or not staying. She would find a way to stop by.
I have a
And then she
question.
stole my shit.
I have a question. So you said that you met her 2019 and 2020 she DM'd you on Instagram. Why would she message you on Instagram if she had your number from
No, she
2019?
called me October 2020 after I posted an Instagram photo. She called me to inform me that she's moving to LA, and she was talking about how I need to get into influencing, and She was talking really fast. I don't know. She's
Yeah,
talking about.
but going off of her calling you and talking about how she does PR and all that stuff, and she told you that she was talking to Jeff, you literally said before that you didn't know who Jeff was, so you just believed it?
She
That
said Jeff
doesn't.
Wittick. She said Jeff
Yes, you do
Wittick.
know who Jeff was, but you said that you don't even know who he was when we
Jeff is a
literally brought up the
nobody.
fact that.
Jeff, when I say Jeff is not a big name, no, to
But
every
Jeff,
Somali
Jeff
person.
still
Jeff
had
is
allegations
3.3
against
million
him.
subscribers on
Yeah,
YouTube. I
Jeff
just looked at that
still
white guy.
has allegations against him, and you still stood in that room
I was not
while
aware
he
of those
was.
allegations. Is it okay to not be aware of allegations? Yes or no?
Yeah,
Like,
yes, it's okay to not be aware of allegations. You're right. You're right about that aspect. Can I just
yeah,
ask
I
you one
was
question,
unaware.
Idman?
I can say, did I don't know. I don't keep up with YouTuber. If it
Yeah,
was
I
a
know.
headline,
That's fine.
yes.
No one knows that white guy either. That's acceptable. That's
That's
fine.
what I'm saying. Yeah. But as far as
But
when
do you
she
not think
first
it's
called me and
wrong?
she said Jeff Wittick, no, when she first called me, she said Jeff Wittick. Obviously, she sent me the Instagram. She said, "Do you remember David Dobrik Vlog Squad?" It wasn't a household name. I didn't think to myself, "Oh, okay." She said, "The guy, remember?" Da 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 da. I'm like, "Oh, okay. I remember watching David Dobrik back in the day." I'm not dumb, but I'm not so deep into YouTube and TikTok and whatever, like the bullshit, like
I have a
influencers in a
Yeah.
question.
way.
What were you thinking when somebody that you met over a year ago just randomly called you and told you they're moving to your country? Like,
Honestly, like I'm gonna have to like intervene it real quick, Khaleesi. I don't think that's like genuinely a fair question. Just primarily like I'm only gonna speak like about me and my own experiences. Like there be times where like I go out and about, I'll meet someone, we might like we'll exchange contact info or whatever. Like Idman is not in any type of control of when Sophia could hit her up or stuff like that, and it's like if y'all are gonna try to like come for her for like picking up that phone call, that's just kind of weird because like do y'all not pick up just random numbers and things like that? So that aside, I just wanted to ask real quick if there's anything left to the timeline or anything left that you wanted to keep adding in, Idman. If not, we could possibly um, go on to like another topic or another aspect of this.
It's kind of like you're interrogating her, like she did something wrong. Like I don't understand
Oh
that
no,
vibe.
I'm not.
I
I'm
think
not
I think I
defending.
Not
think
you,
I
but
think
like
the
I'm
issue
getting
It
the
is
is. I
questions
that
mean,
that
it
you're
is a
asking her.
certain
They just
level of
don't sound.
interrogation. I looked at
it's
my
not
phone
necessarily
and
what
I see
Idman done.
Idman
It's what her friends
exposed.
done.
Oh,
That's
No,
the
but
main
it's like the
issue.
way you're speaking to her as if
So
she did
she's
something wrong.
not
I
she's
don't
not
get it.
accountable for that.
I
It's
my
like the way
Okay.
that
my
you're asking her questions.
I
No,
didn't
I
ask
mean,
any questions that were weird. I heard in the other space Idman say that because Ricky asked you, oh, why did you give her free clothes? And you were like, yeah, I gave her free clothes. I dolled her up because she was being nice to me. She's a nice girl and she was getting me into places as well, like letting me go to this show, letting me go to there, here and there.
That's
So
fine.
yes,
That's what
clearly she
she
friends
did.
has
do. They give
I
each
everything.
other clothes.
It
You
just
know,
doesn't
they
make
go
sense how this
places
yes.
girl's
together.
homeless at the same time,
No,
but
it
But
she
she said
wasn't
that's
a
not her friend.
transactional.
back
Can I
accesses as
talk?
well.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
Yeah, 100% go on.
Okay, if we wanted to talk about it like a transactional friendship, right? If we were to map out what I did for her and what she did for me, maybe got me into one or two parties, right? That were additions to my night. Did I need those parties? Were they life or death? No, a party's never fucking life or death, right? If you map out all the Ubers and all the sticky situations and all the emotional help that everything that I helped her through, and I didn't have problems. When you're dealing with people that constantly have problems, you don't get time to tell them about your problems. And I didn't care to tell her about my problems. Like
Yes.
I was so overwhelmed with everything that she was hitting me with nonstop. And you guys are saying if I was dealing with all this crazy stuff, why I didn't end it. Through this whole timeline, there was a gap where everything was sped up back to back craziness. And when I had my breaking point after this sexual assault story, I said enough is enough. The red flags started to appear when it was just back to back madness. And that's when red flags, that's when people have their breaking point and they're done. The rest of the red flags are very spaced out. From my first time meeting her, small innocent red flags, to other red flags where things aren't checking out, but I'm not talking to her back to back to back every single day, morning to night, with live updates and this and that. And am I guilty for listening to some of these phone calls just out of pure interest of celebrity drama and shit like that? Yeah, this girl made shit sound so glamorous. I'm in Ohio, I'm answering these calls. She's telling about her crazy nights, right? Like anyone would, you would answer these calls. They're just pure entertainment. It's very innocent, mindless. But right when I noticed shit going left and I noticed I was feeling drained and I was gave everything that I could give right? And I already cut her off financially. Like, I wasn't enabling all of this. And I noticed, I put everything together, realized she's homeless, realized all of this, realized she lied to her family, like whatever family issues, this or that. I said, this is out of my hands. Like, I can't do this anymore. But it wasn't only that, it was the fact that she was telling everyone I was her best friend, right? I was doing these nice things, but for you to do all of these awful things and say I'm your best friend and make me look bad, I can't go. We're in the same creative industry. Like, I can't do that. I haven't even made it yet, and you want to burn out my name? No, like, that's where
Okay.
you draw the
People
line.
are DMing me saying that apparently you were posted up with her on her social media, acting like you guys were the bestest friends.
Look at my social media and look at her social media. Again, this is a sick girl we're dealing with, right? So she had me in her highlights, and I remember my friend saying, "Wow, like she's actually obsessed with you." And I thought, this is just an eager girl happy to be friends with me.
Wait, so do you consider you guys ever being genuine friends ever?
Yes, I genuinely do. I saw that girl as a friend. I will never say that wasn't a friend. What was she then? I would be nuts to say that wasn't a friend. Close friends, as close as she thought in her head. No, she was calling me her best friend. How can I call someone my best friend I've met 3 times that brought nothing but hell into my life? Was she a friend at one point? Yes, before the madness.
I think personally you're not responsible because at the end of the day you're not LB. You're not responsible for her
Oh,
actions, and you're not Denzel or what's his name, Ricky, because they're the ones with the
guys, I
influence
have I
talking
have a
shit.
few questions. Can I speak? Because I've been
Yeah.
waiting forever to speak. Um, Idman, Abaya, I just want to say, like, your story doesn't add up. You're saying that you guys were genuine friends, but you're letting your other friends claim that she's obsessed with you, and that
Because
you
there were red flags. If you were my best friend and you saw this new friend that I have is obsessed with me, and it's
But
not
I
your
thought you only
first
knew
time
her for
seeing
three
girls
times. You
obsessed.
only met her 3 times. So how do you know so much
but
about
you
her?
said you met her 3 times, and you did all of these favors for her out of the kindness of your heart. It
Also,
shouldn't end.
when was
Everybody
the
goes.
flag red exactly? Was it when she was
Can I
homeless? When
finish
she was
speaking?
obsessed with you?
What did you say?
Well, what I was gonna say was, like, you said you have a kind heart and you did all of these things for her after meeting her 3 times. That's your personal issue. The whole issue is, if she finessed you, she didn't finesse you guys. You guys willingly gave her money, hoping off the fact that she
I
will.
never said she finessed me.
Well,
So one thing I
that
never
is what
said,
you've
No,
been
but that's
retweeting.
what
I
the
That's what
never
others
you
are
said
guys have
saying.
all been
financially.
saying. Let me finish,
No.
and then you can answer everything. Um, she didn't finesse you guys. You guys willingly gave her money, clothes, and booked tickets for her to do all of this off the fact that she will hopefully pay you guys back. She didn't pay you guys back. Catch the L and charge it to the game. It's the whole fact that you guys went on social media. If this was really, she took millions of dollars or whatever you guys claim, why are you not going to the police? Like, this is,
Yes,
why
and
is
What's
Twitter the
she
court
she
broken?
place?
put
Are
those
you
white
missing?
girls on. From what I
And
Are
heard,
you
why
she
is
put
missing
Twitter
those
the
the
white
court
point
girls
place?
with
on.
her?
And on top of
Sorry.
that, you guys, the fucking blue tick community, shout out to the ones that weren't involved in that, but you guys made a whole chat room to talk down about this girl, and you guys are calling her batshit crazy. You guys are not fucking doctors. Why are you guys generalizing and saying that she's crazy because she did this and this to you guys? But you guys
And why is
allowed her.
LB
You
dropping
guys
her pics
allowed
like she's
her
a
to
criminal?
get that close to you and do that to you. If
Have
somebody's
you
saying
never
to you,
called someone batshit crazy that's wronged you?
no, I haven't.
Bro, batshit crazy. That's
No,
not
I
the issue.
haven't.
The
If
issue
somebody,
is that
if I let somebody do something to me more than twice, first of all, shame on, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, then shame's on me. And if you keep getting her rides and giving her clothes and all this shit, and there's all these red flags, why are you not accepting the red flags? And then all of a sudden, all you guys are getting on social media, playing victim, dragging her and shit, bro. Just catch the L and keep it pushing. I don't understand as to
This wasn't
why
a
you
normal
guys are
L. These
making
were our
group chats
names dragged through the
laughing
mud.
about her claiming she got raped. If she got raped or she didn't, that's her personal business. But why are you guys all kidding, ha-haing about her getting raped and allowing these white men and fucking
The
white
thing is,
white
nobody
people
would
speak
hop
speak
online.
shit. No, let me finish. Speak shit about her and drag her down and saying she's ghetto and all of this bullshit. You guys don't keep the same energy when these influencers and blue tick people do shit like this to people, or even worse. You guys were having fucking chat groups about James Charles, Nikita Dragon, but you guys are allowing Nikita Dragon
bro,
to be out
because
here
they know she has no social
tweeting all this
currency.
shit. Like,
She has
I
no
don't
social currency.
understand.
That's
She
why.
finessed you guys. Catch the L and keep it pushing.
She
But
didn't finesse
Guys,
anyone.
listen. If
but she
you
didn't
if you
finesse.
Idman
and
and
you,
Jess
That's what
gave
I'm
her
saying. She
money
didn't finesse
willingly.
anyone. If you willingly gave somebody money,
Yo, you
hoping off the
can't. That's
fact
not
that she
finessing.
will, hoping off the fact that they will pay you back, that's your personal issue.
No, and
It's
nobody
not.
had
The thing
problems
is,
giving
guys.
Sophia money until they found out she was poor. When everyone thought she
Okay.
was rich and had
and it's
connections,
the
giving her
elitism for
clothes and
you
Oh,
rides
because
so
you
wasn't a
guys are on the
that's
same
problem.
level
and
basically as
that's
well.
the thing.
Sorry.
You guys gave her all of this shit and allowed her to be close to you, hoping off the fact that whatever lie she was telling you guys,
Mhm.
that she is this major person, will get you guys somewhere. It was trying
Yeah.
to,
Bro,
you guys were
it
trying
did
to
get
use
them
her as
somewhere. It
much
gave
as
them
she
You
was
back
think
trying to
we?
charges,
use you
So
the
you
guys.
think
A8, the
we
New
needed
York
I'm
her? You
lottery.
think
saying
we needed
you
her?
guys were trying to use her
You
as
said
much
it
as she
yourself
was
that
using
she
you
got you
guys,
into parties and
and
that she
she
got you
kept
into
you
stuff.
guys. Keep it pushing. You guys were trying to use her as much as she was using you guys. You guys
Yeah,
were
Wait,
doing
also,
all of
wait,
this
honestly.
can I
shit
say
for
So
free.
something?
what
One
did
second,
she?
guys.
What
Everyone
did
is
she
just
benefit
mad
you
because
able
Sophia
to?
is not rich. She's a
No,
poor girl from Canada. That's why
let's
they're
make
mad.
one thing clear, yeah. Like, I've been listening to this all of this shit. Nobody's doing nothing out of the kindness of their heart, babes. Everybody's got an intention for something. And you guys were all doing all of this shit for her because you guys believed her lies that she was
A Netflix producer or
going to,
something.
what's it called?
That
Going
she had
to,
connections
yeah,
as
you
well
guys said
because
she had
Yeah.
also
connections and
Maggie,
stuff. That's what you said.
When
yeah,
people
also
put two and two together
sorry.
and realize she didn't know anybody and she wasn't rich, now everyone's saying she scammed them when you
Exactly.
guys gave
Also,
her money
that white girl
willingly.
Maggie originally said as well. Maggie
Mm-hmm.
originally said that, oh, she got me into Coachella. She gave me all the back passes. Don't know how she did it, but she did it. That's why she let her stay for free. At the end of the day, this is a transactional relationship. You guys are all in the
You
same
sound
industry.
dumb. Do you know
You're
who
all
Maggie
benefiting
is?
off of each other. Yes, she scammed you guys, but at the end of the day, it's not that deep. The issue with the sexual allegation is wrong. It's disgusting. But at the end of the day, that guy came up into a space and so many others were DMing stories with 18,000 people. We don't even know if it was fake. We don't even know if it was verified. It was a disgusting way it was handled. You brought up the Jack Harlow situation. You were like, oh, I feel sorry for Jack's situation. At the end of the day, Sophia has no influence. Sophia is a normal girl. We don't know. We didn't. At the end of the day, we do not know who Sophia is. But do you know who I do know who is? Ricky and Denzel. So Ricky and Denzel can't come up and kiki and chit chat about a whole person with all these allegations, because if it was someone with the same social currency as them, I'm telling you, they would have a YouTube video carefully edited, reviewed multiple times with all the receipts. They're not gonna do it to someone who's disposable and just they can throw out.
No, you
And that's
guys
the
trying to
issue.
drag me because apparently I defended Sophia. I didn't defend Sophia. I just said what was, like, what I thought was right. Like, that's my opinion. Like, I'm not saying she's right as in she stole money from you guys and she did all of this to you guys and she's been doing all this fuck shit to people. She's fucked up for that. Like, but
Is it okay if I
like,
say something quickly?
But
everybody's got an
but
Hold
issue
also
on.
there's
with
a
it.
lot of trolls that were DMing her.
Hold
Listen,
And
on.
I'm gonna
also
leave now.
Denzel
Listen.
originally didn't join the chat. I was there from the beginning. Denzel didn't join. No, Denzel did. Ricky didn't join. He didn't want to talk about the sexual allegation because he knew it was wrong to bring it up. But as soon as everyone started laughing, he felt encouraged to then go up and join the stage. That's
Mm.
it. End of the
Hold
day,
on.
end of
Hold
the day,
on. Hold on.
I'm not sticking up for her because she's Somali.
Hold
I'm
on.
sticking up for her because I can see it's a bunch of influencers with a bunch of clout, a bunch of people who are on micro influencers. So I'd say there's Denzel and there's Ricky. They're like the major influencers. They're the one with all the influence. Then
All
there's
right. Is
micro
it okay if I
influencers
quickly say
like
something? I'm
Susie,
actually gonna hop off.
Maggie, and
Hold
Hold
on.
Idman.
on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
include you in
hold
this
Hold
on.
as
on.
well. Don't
Can you
defend
let?
it.
Hold on.
Who were eating
Can you
Can you
off
wait?
let
her as
her
Can
well.
speak?
I
Yeah.
answer
You guys are
something?
all
Real quick, y'all. Real quick. Let Arue get her point out real quick, and we can go back to what was your ad again? Addy Batty, and to whoever else was next. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. I was gonna quickly just say a few things and get out. I think it's very unfortunate that I think like about 30,000 of us tuned into something that could have been handled privately. It's a shame that, it for me, sexual assault being handled in this matter where everybody's talking about it willy-nilly is not okay. Mental health is not a light topic. Um, Almost each one of us have tweeted something about these topics, and it seems like it's going over everybody's head. The fact that continuing this conversation in this manner doesn't help anybody, whoever feels victimized by this situation. And I'm not here
But
to
it's a
hold
fact they
on. Can
slandered
you
her in
can you
front of
wait?
18,000 people
Hold
though.
on.
No
Hold on.
one was defending her.
Okay,
Literally,
I
no one
hear
said
you.
anything
I
regarding
hear
her.
you. Can
With
hold
people
on.
with 2 million followers each. if you look at
I
Denzel's
hear you,
influence, he has a million. This girl
sis.
had no one, and
Right.
LB decided to
Can I
put her
just
face and
hold
say,
on?
"Should I dox her?" Is that a
Right.
dox to
Can
you
I
guys?
just say this?
Addie,
Right.
Addie,
I'm speaking to your point. I'm speaking. If you listen, you will know that I'm speaking to your point. What I'm trying to say is that from the get go, if people felt wronged by matters of money, by matters of sexual assault, these are things that should be handled by ways of with the law or with anything that you feel can give you back whatever you feel like you deserve. Coming on social media to talk about such topics is not okay, and someone at that age, I believe, whatever she's done in her life or whatever she felt like, whatever the situation was, this is a person that could have either rectified the situation or could have done something about it. But coming on here and talking
Sorry,
about
I didn't mean
sexual
to seem
assault
bad.
in this matter, I believe that anybody that participated in this conversation, speaking about it in this matter, and also mental health, the way Idman, the way you described this girl, to me personally, seems like someone that has mental health issues. I don't believe that mental health issues absolve you of whatever you did in this life, but I do believe that whoever can judge you or whoever can prescribe you whatever medications that you would think you deserve or whatever that may be could be handled in a way that should be handled by the right people. But I don't think coming on social media and having these types of topics by people that are not qualified to have these topics and discussing them in a way that this person is also not here to defend themselves is not okay. Do I think that this person did
Can
it
I
or not?
say
I do
something
not care
like
about
for
it.
real? Can I say something? Why is y'all defending Sophia when she drugged somebody and like took revenge
I'm not.
porn
Can
pictures
I
of
just make
them?
it clear?
I
YCP,
don't
can I
know
make
what
it
the
clear?
point of this
Hold on.
space is.
Hold on. Can I
Like
just make
y'all
it
low key
clear?
bullying Idman. Like leave this girl alone.
No,
She ain't do
let me
nothing to
make it clear.
nobody.
Let me make it clear. I never said what you said. I literally said this topic is beyond triggering to a lot of people the way you guys have been
Then
handling
why
it.
y'all keep making these spaces? Like it's been dead.
Does it
Like
say
y'all really
co-host in
trying to
my name?
revive this over
Does
and
it say
over. Like
co-host in
it's
my name?
over
You're
with.
literally participating in the same space. I can take accountability and say that this
Y'all
space,
bullying
me
this girl.
participating
Y'all
in
low
it,
key
is
bullying her.
contributing to the comment. So I can respectfully get off this space and remove my space and take on the responsibility that I've contributed to this conversation. But that's where it is. Thank you.
yeah.
Y'all still ain't answer my question though. I'm talking about
What?
Ayana. You need to unmute yourself and the girl with the CD. Like y'all was doing all this chit chatter. Like where y'all at now?
I mean,
Are you speaking to me?
not
Baby, then
not you
yes, I'm
over
speaking
there.
to you.
Did you see me in any of those rooms?
Is this Ayana speaking?
No, it's not.
Yes. Well, now I am.
Oh,
I
okay.
It's
said
not
you.
Ayana. Hold on. It's not an Ayana that was speaking. It was me, Aru. But you
Okay,
didn't
then
see me in
why
any
are you
rooms.
speaking? Like I'm not even
No,
She
speaking.
was
Like
she
you
was next
addressed
to
me.
speak. I don't understand why you're mad at her speaking.
Yeah.
She was next to
I'm not
speak.
mad.
So
I'm
speak.
speaking to somebody else, and like you're jumping in. Like let Ayana
No,
speak, baby.
no,
I'm not
no.
speaking to you.
But
Let
Arue
Ayana get
was
off
speaking
mute,
before you
cause y'all
actually wanted to
bullying
come
eat
up.
mine. I don't like that. Period. Like I said, why do y'all have this space defending Sophia and she drugged somebody and took revenge porn pictures of somebody? Like, what's the point of this space? Like, just let me know. I want to know. And y'all think it's
Nobody's
so hard.
defending her. That's like I
Why
didn't say
didn't
I
why
was
didn't they
Was
go
defending
y'all not
anything.
all just defending her
why didn't
though?
they
Like,
dox
No,
her?
y'all
I
not
didn't
Who
say
being
who
anything.
who
like.
What
is
she did
Sophia to
was
be
right.
cancelled?
All I
Who is
said
Sophia to
was
be cancelled? She's literally a no one. No one knew her until you guys brought her up. That's the issue. And then you got all of these people to say all these accusations we don't even know. So
Then
you
what's
can't
the
say,
point of
oh,
this
you can't say,
space?
oh,
Like, oh
why
my
are you guys
god.
defending her?
Oh,
Because
the
we
Let
don't
me
point of
know.
this,
go. Let me go. Y'all
I'll
pissing
tell
me
you.
off. Bye.
The point of this space was just to just figure out what the hell was up amongst like the niggas with me in my group chat, and then 5K of y'all niggas pulled up
Exactly. We were
to
just
say
fucking
whatever the hell
around.
y'all gonna say. So I
We
personally
weren't
have just been
defending
letting it
anybody.
keep it going to as this point, just so that we can have like clarity and understanding of this situation. And to be fair, as Arue was saying, like a lot of the way things have been spoken about and things have been said during the point of this space has been pretty reckless, and it's actually fucked up on my end for not as being more vigilant in my intervening as it probably should have been. But that's where we're at now. If these conversations are too triggering and we feel like we have nothing more conducive to add on and that this isn't leading anywhere, we can dissolve this. We can end this real quick and we just go on about our nights. There's like 6 other spaces. Y'all could go off into those as well. Honestly. But yeah, that's why this was spaded. Like, honestly, I was just waiting for some new manga to drop and was trying to talk to my niggas about what the fuck was going on in the timeline tonight. And now we got 5K niggas in this hoe. So that's why this group chat happened. No one is necessarily like,
Oh,
really
yeah. Also,
diehard writing
Idman,
for
someone said
Sophia
that
and
you have
in
a
her
sexual
corner
assault of
because in
yourself.
no way, shape, or form is revenge porn ever okay. In no way, shape, or form is it all right to be out here date raping people and stuff like that and just having people drugged up. Like, that's extremely fucked up. Why? Like,
Right, but the whole entire this chat, I opened Twitter again. It said Idman exposed on my screen.
yeah.
Like I joined this chat, there was shit being talked about me. So again, I'm here to answer any more questions, so I don't have to open Twitter again and see bullshit like that on my screen.
And
So is there anything else you guys would like to say before I go to bed?
Right.
I
Sorry,
personally do
Iman.
not.
Someone just DM'd me a sexual assault story of yourself. Actually, they're saying that you're a sexual assaulter, but I'm not gonna
I'm
read
a
it out
sexual.
because I don't know the facts. It doesn't make sense
Read
for me
it,
to read it
read
out.
it, send it to me, babes. I'll read it out. Sexual assaulter now?
Yeah,
I'm
wallahi,
a
that's what they're
sexual
saying.
assaulter.
Okay.
I sexually assaulted whomst?
They said you stripped a Somali girl, Somali model girl.
I stripped a model girl.
Yeah, Somali model girl. Yeah.
And where would I access a Somali model girl? Am I a photographer? What am I?
Huh?
What am I? What's my occupation? Why would I take the clothes off a model?
I don't know. Wait, let me read it out loud.
Yeah, make it make sense for me.
Anyways,
No,
I
let
have
me
a
read it out
question.
loud. Let me read it
Man,
out
did you
loud. One
guys
second.
take any of this to the police? Like, did you guys
Exactly.
Yeah.
report her for
I
all
don't have anything.
of
I
this
don't have
crime
anything to
she's
take
done?
to the police. Everybody's taken everything to the police.
Right, and that's
on
something
there.
I wanted to
Then
speak on.
then
So
why
one,
did you guys bring it to social media if it's being dealt by the police?
it's
Everybody
being
that
dealt by
went
the
to
police, but
police.
also in the court of public opinion, anybody can get it. And secondly, police don't believe Black women. These money services don't believe Black women. As a matter of fact, if you go to the bank with a fraudulent check and shit like that Sophia was giving, your account is getting flagged. You're the one getting looked at weird. So the only place that people really had Sophia to hold Sophia accountable was this public platform. And on top of that, when this Twitter space had started, it had been predominantly Somali women. This shit has been going on for several weeks. And on top of that, the first person to expose her was a Somali girl she robbed of services. And then from there, we found out she robbed several other hardworking middle class Somali girls, Black girls, who literally just offered her shit, helped her out out of pure kindness, Blackness, Somaliness, all that good shit. So if the cops don't believe us and y'all telling us to go to the cops, if these money services, PayPal, all that stuff don't believe us, then who the fuck are we supposed to go to? How do we let people know that this person is dangerous and will abuse your Blackness, will abuse your Somaliness, will abuse your womanness? That's why this was brought up. That's why these spaces were created today. These few influencers that were literally just sprinkled in that she also robbed are not the main characters. Y'all literally co-opted the whole thing and made like few rich influencers who, as they said several times, don't really give a fuck about their money, the main characters.
Okay, if that was the issue, can I
Iman
say
was there.
something?
She let them
If that
speak.
was
That's
the
why
issue,
we're saying that.
can I say something?
Like,
If that was the
even
issue, why did
if
Idman just
Idman and
say?
LB wanted to create a space and drag her, that's
Bro, who said
fine
Lena
because at the end
created
of the
the
day, she's on the same
space?
level as them. Do you know what I mean? It's not
Who
that much
said
of a
Lena
big of. It's
created
not
Literally,
that
like
who
a
room?
said
space.
LB
Lena
created
Snow
the
created that
space?
room.
Wait, guys, can I say something?
Go
She
ahead.
started the hashtag and she also said that she should be doxxed. And she's the one that kept releasing pictures of her as well.
Lena
And
can
she
say
called her
whatever the
dirty
fuck
and
she
smelly.
There were
wants.
several people, including the woman whose house she broke
But
into, releasing videos.
Let me say
Lena's
something.
not the only person.
Hello.
LB is
but
not the
she's
only
the one
person.
who pushed it forward, and she's also the one who started the hashtag. Sorry.
She's just
And
a
also
law.
the
She's
girl who
just a
started the space, when she was asked who created this space, who created this hashtag, she goes explicitly, LB, I was there.
Can I say something? So basically, like Aisha or whatever her name is just said, sprinkled a couple of influencers in there, right? If you sprinkled a couple of influencers in there, why did Idman just say just a couple minutes ago, you think we needed her? We, that means collective. That means all of you guys together. So you could put yourself in a place, you could take yourself out of a place. You're still contradicting yourself. This story doesn't make sense. You're saying you're one of them, and then you're saying you're not one of them. Yeah, you're trying to be the savior, but it's not really working out.
You sound dumb.
You sound dumb.
Oh, Idman, wait 1 second.
Do you have any more
Someone's giving more
questions?
facts about the sexual assault story. 1 second.
Yeah, what is the sexual assault story?
Give me a
Read it for us.
Just
if
give me
you
a
may.
second. The person who sent it to me is just getting the facts right correctly.
Hey guys, I just want to say, if you have time, you can look through our pinned tweets. We've pinned several different campaigns and GoFundMe's that need some attention. Sorry, I'm really tired, but yeah, if you have time, you can just look through it and retweet, please, and thank you.
Also, this little sexual assault story, can you double check it's not Sophia on one of her burners before you read this out loud?
It's not. It's not. It's from a real account actually. So
Okay.
since the same way
yeah.
you wanted to reveal the Jack Harlow sexual assault, we'll do the same to you, sis. Since it's
I would
that's
love
what's
to hear
acceptable.
my alleged sexual assault.
Yes, sis.
So since all of this has blown up, then